What's up, everybody? I'm waiting till a couple people jump on. I'm a little early. Better than late. We'll get started at 6:15 because that's what I told everybody, that at 6:15 we're going to talk about a little bit of business credit. Business credit 101, business credit in 30 minutes. So, it's going to be a good one. Hopefully I can get through it all and you guys aren't left confused. What's up, Hunter? What's up, Sade? How y'all doing today? Alright. So I don't want to waste anybody's time. We're like a minute early, but we're going to talk about business credit 101 in 30 minutes. I'm going to try to break it down as simply as intense it is. I wanted to do this for a little bit because I just kept seeing that business credit is something that you can get right away, and I'm just like, how are you getting business credit right away? Because there's a whole process. I also seen like get business credit just with your EIN number. I'm like, oh, that's a new one. And then I've also seen that you could get business credit without, putting yourself as a personal guarantor or using your social. So that's another thing. I said, oh, okay. And again, if I'm missing something that you guys know, like gem-wise, please drop it in the comments or send me a DM and we could talk through it. Because if I'm missing something or there's something I don't know about the business credit game, definitely let me know. But I'm here just to take you guys through business credit a little bit. Try to do it in 30 minutes. Try to give you guys some definitions and some good gems around it. I personally been through the business credit process. It was I think a 6 months to a year process of business credit for me. And man, did I learn a lot. I'll tell you that. But as much research I did, as much questions that I asked, I feel like there's still opportunity to learn some more stuff about business credit, things of that sort. And y'all like, all right, let's get to it. All right. So first thing with business credit, you want to build a foundation. A lot of people that are on this platform that own businesses understand that building the foundation is super important. The one thing I wish I would have done in my foundation process with business credit in particular is put in my business plan. And I talked about finances, I talked about data, I talked about, how I could, reinvest in the business that I currently run at Rafs Coaching. So that was an opportunity for me. So I would definitely highlight, if you're building your foundation and you're interested in investing and building credit for your business, put that in your business plan so you can kind of go back to it and then revisit it, strengths, opportunities, whatever. So step one is building your foundation. That kind of includes your EIN number. Make sure you get your EIN number set up. Big thing, and I see so many folks not do this with their business, and it drives me crazy. Register your business. Stop playing around. Stop. Don't buy no labels. Don't buy no merchandise. Don't buy no operation. Don't buy no supplies. Don't buy nothing until you register your business. I get it. Funds, I get it. But if you're already starting that process to buy merchandise, labels, all that jazz, you need to register your business. Because at that point, how serious are you serious until you put it on paperwork? That's just my little 2 cents. But register your business. I got all my notes, so I apologize if I'm on and off this way. Biggest piece too is your accounts. Your accounts, I put 2B as accounts, and that's like setting up your website, making sure your website is set up, because they're going to ask for that information on a lot of applications that you do. And if you don't have a website, they will deny your applications on certain platforms, or certain applications with business credit or tradelines, and we'll get into that. So boom, 2B, make sure you set up your website. Make sure it's an official one. You can do things through Google My Business. You don't have to go fancy dancy, but make sure it's running. You got return policies, privacy policies, all that jazz, because that's important with your applications. We're gonna go into make sure you have a LinkedIn account. The reason I'll say make sure your company has a LinkedIn account, because that's gonna tie into an application process that's super important of your business credit. Twitter, don't ask me why, but make sure you have a Twitter account. Again, that's going to revisit into the applications which we're about to get into. Make sure your company has a Twitter set up for this particular application. So that's 2B. 3, DUNS. A lot of people do know what a DUNS number is or don't know what a DUNS number is. It is a diversified company number assigned by Dun and Bradstreet. If you don't know what Duns number is, or you don't know what Duns and Brads is, make sure you go look it up. Do your research on Duns and Bradstreet. Set up an account through them. It's a free account. A lot of their services, just to set up a basic profile, is free. Requesting a Duns number is a free process. It's a 30-day process to get a free DUNS number. You can get it sooner, but you gotta pay. Super important. It's kind of funny because I'm gonna go along with this, but super funny. But when I first set up my DUNS number, there wasn't an option to get it sooner, so I had to wait like 14, 21 days. They got it back to me. Boom. Now you can get it in 8 days, but you gotta pay, and it also comes with credit signal for your business, which is a great tool to get. But I wouldn't get that right away. I would get your DUNS number for free and then revisit it. Boom, DUNS number, number 3. I apologize if I'm going fast. I'm going to get done in 30 minutes because I respect y'all time like y'all respect my time. Any questions, hit the comments or hit me with a DM. I'm glad to help. I'll be on my laptop all weekend, so definitely hit me or hit all the resources. There's a lot of consultants in this group, a lot of people that are familiar with business credit, so reach out to these beautiful people we have on this platform. All right, so 3, I'm sorry I got sidetracked real quick. DUNS number, boom. 4, you want to set up your trade line. What is a trade line? Let me go to my definition. So trade line is a credit report agency that describes your accounts. A lot of people are like, I want trade lines. I want trade lines. Well, I want trade lines too. I have some trade lines, but guess what a trade line is? It's just a definition. So people get hyped on that, like trade line, trade line, trade line. Well, trade line is just the definition of how the credit report agencies describe your accounts. A lot of confusion there. The other piece, net 10s and net 30s. Okay, so when I started my business credit, I started from off the research. Told me to start with trade lines first, net 10s, net 30s. I was like, what the hell is a trade line? What the hell is a net 10 and net 30? Super important for your business. Set up net 30s or net 10s. What is a net 10 and net 30? Net 10, net 30 is a form of trade line to be paid in full by the buyer. So, hey, if I'll give you some trade lines in a second, but hey, if I do Summit office supplies, right, and I need paper towels, let's just say I ordered paper towels through them actually, for my business, it cost me $80. I was like, whoa, that's a lot for paper towels, but shipping was free. The cool thing was too, I got a big old box. I mean, a huge box. It was like a vendor, like crazy big old box of paper towels. It lasted me about like 6 months. Paid $80 for it. Paid it back within, I think it was like 5 days. I had the money up front, but I just wanted to hit the report, pay it back, so it make it look good, right? So I paid them back within 30 days. I didn't wait to the 30 day. I didn't wait to the 29th, 25th day. I paid them back in 8 days. Took them about a week to hit my business credit report, and then boom, I paid off one of my net 30s accounts. It reported to my business credit report as paid, on time, successful, healthy supplier, and it was a trade line. So you see how that works? Trade line, description of vendor of what I paid back of the amount from the trade line. From the net 30. So paid the net 30, net 30 talked to trade line got reported on my business credit, boom. All right, so that is net 10, net 30. Gem time, what are net 30s? What kind of net 30 accounts you can get? Divvy is a great one. That's a net 30 account. I think all these are net 30 accounts. I didn't have many of net 10 accounts. Summit office supplies, net 30 account. Shirtsy, net 30 account. So all 3 great accounts to get set up with for net 10s, net 30s. So that is step 4. I apologize. I did miss a step. Not a big step. So 3A is set up nav.com. make sure after you get your DUNS number approved from DUNS, you set up your Nav account, because the only way you're going to be able to monitor your business credit reports is through nav.com. There's probably some other resources and tools, but to get all your credit reports through your business, set up nav.com. That was 3A. Sorry if I confused you. Then, do your trade lines, net 10, net 30s, because you're going to need that reporting tool to be able to look at your business credit reports. All right. We are number 5. Business bank card. So after you had a couple months with your net 10, net 30s, and you see how I said couple months, because don't run in to get your business bank card right when you got your net 10, net 30s, because you want some history to show. You want like 90 days, 6 months, maybe a year into your business before you go run and get your bank business credit card. The reasons for that, because they want to see the history. They want to see the relationship status. They want to see that, hey, you've been in business for a year now or 6 months now. You've got some revenue. We trust you. Things are looking good on this side, because the other factor is your if you do a business bank card, you want to make sure that they report to all the bureaus on the business side. And I'll get into what are the business bureaus scoring. But when you do your business bank card, you want to make sure that they report to all 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, which is different from your personal credit scores in those reports. You only get 3 with your personal, you get 4 with your business, and it's totally separate. So the business bank card that I went with, after I had my net 30s, my trade line set up, my business registered, all that good stuff, was the Wells Fargo. Boo, everyone's like, boo, Wells Fargo. Yeah, I get it. But I'll tell you, Wells Fargo is, I'm pretty sure, and this was like 6 months or a year ago, probably like 2 years ago, when I looked this up, is that they were the only bank that reported to all 4 credit reports. Ding, 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 ding. Super important. So they report to Duns & Bradstreet, IntelliScore, Experian, FICO, and Equifax. So those are the 4 business credit reports or credit ratings that you get on your business side. All right, so let's go into scores, definitions of your score, how you're ranged in your score with business credit. So the first one is the Duns & Bradstreet score, and that's your pay dex. So that goes into your net 30s, your net 10s, and that communicates with your trade lines. That pay dex is from 0 to 100. That's how you score. So that's the first one. That's why it's important to create relationships through your net 30s and create relationships with nav.com, things of that sort. Super important. 2 is your, what is it? IntelliScore Experian. That's also graded from a 0 to 100. That deals with paying on time. So that will also relate to your business bank credit card, or business credit through the bank. So making sure you're paying on time, that will report through your Experian. FICO is another piece. That's your third score. It's your small business scoring. That's from 0 to 300. I'm sorry if I didn't say the Experian one. That's 0 to 100 as well. That's how you're scored. FICO is your stress financial piece on your business credit. So what is financial stress? That's how much you're borrowing, your DPT, your debt to financial ratio. So make sure that is kind of balancing out in the business favor. Equifax business, that's your fourth score, and that ranges anywhere from 224 to 580. 224 to 580. So those are the 4. That is, again, making sure you're paying on time, making sure you're not late, or if you fall behind on your net 30s or you fall behind on your payments, Equifax is going to jump right in there and hit you with the scoring, and that will all kind of relate to your credit strength for your business. Yep. So that is a sum of business credit. It's a little less than 30 minutes. But I know it went a little fast, so I apologize. If I moved a little fast, definitely feel free to reach in my DM, hit me in the comments. Some tips and advice I would give on business credit. When you go to do your business, there's the line of credit with business, and then there's a business credit card. In the business world, there are two different things. You may get approved for a line of credit, and you may get approved for a credit line through a credit card through your business. Is one easier to get than the other? No. I mean, I wouldn't say there was a big difference between the two, just based off of personal experience. But I will say is don't get more than you can handle, right? The other piece too is when you do your lines of credit or your business credit cards, outside of vendors, like there's you could do a Sam's and there's some other things, but they want a PG. Mostly, I mean, I haven't seen a actual business credit line of credit or a business credit card not ask for a PG. I think a lot of companies and a lot of businesses now that are lending out money are asking for the PG, and the PG is the personal guarantor. So you got to make sure that if you're doing the personal guarantor option, you're at like, super transparent, probably like a 630 or higher. You can do it if you're under that, but just the amount and the approval rate with interest, that all plays a factor, just like the personal credit card side of things, right? So if your score is a little bit lower, it's going to affect how much they give you, right? The cool thing about business, though, is that if you're getting on the personal side, for example, say if you do a personal credit card and it's giving you like, $5,000, or if it's giving you like $3,000, $2,000, let's just say, for example, on the business side, you're going to get almost double of that. So if you get approved for like a $5,000 or $4,000 on the personal side, business is going to give you back $8,000 to $10,000. So that's the really cool part about business. Even the net 30s, I think, with the net 30s, depends on make sure your steps are set up correctly. They're going to give you $2,000. They're going to give you $1,000. But just remember, net 30s mean, hey, I'm going to pay you back in 30. I'm going to pay you back in 10. I'm going to pay you back in 90. And don't miss those payments because it'll really affect your credit score. What does all this mean? This is your financial strength of your business. This will allow you to open up doors in 2 years for an SBA loan, for a business loan through your bank, without doing this process. And that was a long process, right? There was a lot of steps. But also maintaining a strong score and a financial score and healthiness of your business. You'll be able to apply for a business loan through the SBA or through your business bank. Now, if you don't take care of these steps earlier on, you're not going to be able to take those steps in 2 years. And I don't know many banks or establishments, and again, if you guys know anything that you can drop a gem on, that you can get a loan through a business less than 2 years, like a strong loan, without having these steps set up, drop that in the comments or send me a DM, because I'll be surprised. But you need 2 years in business with a strong profile of this, showing that you're paying on time, you're doing your thing, and the approval rate will look a lot better in the end. So I'll say that, and then I think I slightly talked about it. Don't, as you're getting approved for business stuff, don't go crazy with it. Like really think of your business, your vision, what you need the funds for. Don't go crazy on the approvals, because again, yes, if you're LLC, you're not 100% liable, but you're a PG. And then you're gonna have to make sure you pay these things back, right? You pay these things on time. So if you open up 5 business credit cards, you better be able to pay all 5 business credit cards on time, after the things you've already spent. So, plug that in to your business plan. If you haven't already, think through it. Marquise, what do you define as strong? I don't know if we were talking about a strong credit card or we were talking about strong business credit score. Earlier in the live, we talked about the ranges of credit. Small amount, working capital, can you apply? Well, give it if you're looking for a small amount. Good gem there. So I'm gonna save that, or it'll be in the comments, which will be good. But that's it. That's all I got. That was a little less than 30 minutes. I appreciate your time. Anyone that wants to drop gems in the comments, I'm gonna save this live to be on the platform for all night. For it's never gonna be deleted. I'll put it in the feature section, so feel free to play back. Hit me with questions. Hit the whole team, everybody on the platform with gems. And just to revisit, build your foundation, make sure your business is registered, set up your LinkedIn account, set up your Twitter account, do your Duns and Bradstreet account, get your free Duns number, set up your trade lines after that, use nav.com to monitor your business credit and your scores. Understand how you're being scored with the 4 scores: Duns and Bradstreet, Pay Index, IntelliScore, Experian, FICO, Equifax Business. Set up your business bank card. I know Wells Fargo reports to all the credit bureaus for the business. Not sure about anybody else out there. If you know anybody else, drop that gem. That's it. Understand trade line is just a report to the credit agencies of how much your vendor, how much you're paying on time, a definition to report to those bureaus. And then your net 30s is a form of trade credit to be paid in full by the buyer. I get paper towels, get that up front. I got to pay the connect back in 30 days, all right? It was fun, y'all. I appreciate the time. Pay on time. Shout out, and I apologize hitting it live right away without introducing myself. For all the new members, my name is Raf. Welcome to Raf's Entrepreneur Parking Lot, where we influence new entrepreneurs, existing entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs, CEOs, and those interested in business. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate all the love and support y'all do for each other. Let's keep growing and dropping gems. Peace.